Actually, it's an African violet. Don't water it too much. Thank you, Don. I'm going to check up on you to make sure it's still going. It likes kitchen windows. Direct sunlight. Yeah, be careful in direct sunlight.
Unlike your petunias.
Okay, moving right along. The next session we do, we'll have a gardening hour, and everybody can bring their favorite plant and describe it and how to grow it. We'll get that all taken care of, but we're not doing that today because I grew my flowers already. Next, I'd like to ask, I better check here, Michael Lyon of the San Francisco Gray Panthers and one of CARA's vice presidents to come up. What? Hey, you two. Are you having an affair back there? Come and sit down. Sit down already. Be a good boy. Yes, be a good boy, Randy. Michael is one of our CARA vice presidents, and he's going to tell us about another fight. You know, we don't sit here and talk about fun things like knitting and bingo and dancing and riding roller coasters and things. Well, roller coasters maybe. But here's another, life is a roller coaster, and we're sure hitting the bumps with all these things. So here's another roller coaster bump for you to hear about. Michael?
Thank you. So we're talking about the pink packet here. So Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid. So what's the term that they use that are supposed to encompass all of those programs?
Entitlement.
Entitlement. Okay, how do you feel about that word?
I earned it.
Okay, so one is I earned it.
Yeah. I paid for it.
I paid for it. Now I should get it. It also has, when those who hate these programs refer to it, it has kind of that nasty,
getting something for nothing.
Getting something for nothing, right. Okay, it also has a legal meaning. And the legal meaning is that as the number of recipients in these various programs grows, the funding for it also has to grow. And that's a very important thing. As the number of recipients in these programs grow, the funding for it grows. Now we know that there's between 70 and 80 million baby boomers who are starting to retire now. And it's a huge, huge amount of money. And so keeping that legal protection in there, that the program's funding has to increase as the number of recipients increases, is a very, very important thing. It's also legally there. And in order to be able to overturn that, business, who doesn't want to have to fund this, is going to have to do some heavy, heavy legal work in order to be able to overturn that protection that these programs have. And in order to be able to do that, in order for them to be able to do this heavy, heavy legal work, they're setting up some very unusual apparatus. And the chief among these is what they're calling a commission. And there's not a single commission. It's not like there's a particular commission. Commission is like a category of legal things that are set up. But what they have, and there's a number of them. One of them is actually built into the Senate health bill for Medicare by itself. But what they all have in common is that they're a small group of government insiders who have to do either presidentially appointed or they are the leaders of the Senate and House committees that have to do with finance. They're equally balanced between Democrats and Republicans, so neither party has to take the blame for the damage they're going to create. That's what they call bipartisan, right? They operate out of sight. They come up with their recommendations, and their recommendations are kind of forced through Congress with there's a variety of different force mechanisms that are involved. For some commissions, you can't debate them, you can't amend them. You can only vote them up and down. You remember that Conrad and Gregg wanted to have a commission like that, which failed. As I say, there's another commission that's built into the Senate health bill that creates a commission like this for Medicare by itself. Now, in addition, since the Conrad-Gregg Commission failed, President Obama, who supported the Conrad-Gregg Commission, which didn't pass, has set up his own commission. And the short-term goal of this commission is to try to reduce the deficit by half within 5 years. The long term is to make big cuts in Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. This Obama debt panel it's 18 members, 10 of them are Democrats, 8 of them are Republicans. Their recommendations are not going to be made before the November elections, because they don't want us to know what they're going to be proposing. But on the other hand, they do want to make their recommendations are supposed to be in by December 1st. Unlike the other commissions that have been proposed, their recommendations aren't legally fast-tracked, although the heads of the House and the Senate had said that they're going to be given serious consideration.